Hello everybody. After discussing the elements of poetry, today we are going to learn together how to tell whether a sonnet is a Shakespearean one or a Petrarchal one. Then we will move to discuss the poetic elements of each poem. We will also learn how to know the rhyme scheme of a poem and how to analyze the ideas of any poem. We will discuss two poems. I am not going to tell the titles, the authors, and the types of the poems now. We know this information after discussing the poems. The following poem is the first poem we are going to discuss in this video. When to the sessions of sweet silent thought, I summon up remembrance of things past. I sigh the lack of many things I sought, and with old woes new wail my dear time's waste. Then can I drown an eye unused to flow for precious friends hid in death's deathless night, and weep fresh love's long since cancelled woe, and mourn the expense of many a vanished sight. Then can I grieve at grievances forgotten, and heavily from woe to woe till o'er the sad account of for bemoaned moan, which I knew pay as if not paid before. But if the while I think on thee, dear friend, all losses are restored and sorrows end. First of all, every line in the poem is considered as a poetic line. For example, when to the sessions of sweet silent thought is a poetic line. So, let's count the lines of the poem. The poem consists of 14 lines. Depending on the number of the lines, what type of poetry is it? It is a sonnet, because sonnet is a 14-line poem, usually about love. Now, what type of sonnets is this? We can answer this question after we know the rhyme scheme of the poem. Let's see how to know the rhyme scheme of a poem. Rhyme is derived of the last word, so let's look at the last word of each line in the poem. The first line ends with thought, so that line is given the letter A. All lines that end in the same word or a word that rhymes with thought will have an A. The second line ends in past, which does not rhyme with thought, so it is given the letter B. The third line ends in sought, which rhymes with thought, so that line gets the letter A. The fourth line ends with waste, which rhymes with past, so it is given the B. The fifth line ends with flow, which does not rhyme with either thought or past, so it is given the letter C. The sixth line ends with night, so it is given the letter D. The seventh line ends with wo, rhymes with flow, so it's given the C. The eighth line ends with sight, which rhymes with night, so it is given the D. The ninth line ends with forgone. It does not rhyme with the previous words, so it is given the letter E. The 10th line ends with or, which does not rhyme with the former words, so it is given the letter F. The 11th line ends with moan, which rhymes with forgone, so it is given the E. The 12th line ends with before, which rhymes with or, so it is given the F. The last two lines ends with friend and end. They have the same rhyme, so they are given the letter G. The rhyme scheme of the poem is A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, G. From the rhyme scheme, we can tell that the poem is a Shakespearean sonnet entitled When to the Sessions of Sweet Silent Thought, Sonnet 30. The sonnet consists of 3 quatrains, a 4-line stanza, and a couplet, the last 2 lines that rhyme together. The quatrains state the problem, and the couplet states the solution. The sonnet raises two problems. The first is regret the wasted time, and the other problem is the death of the beloved friends. Both causes grief when the speaker thinks of them. The couplet gives the solution for the problems. It is to think of the present friends and mistress. Now, let's read the following poem, and then let's tell what type of poems it is. With how sad steps, O moon, thou climbs the skies, how silently, and with how wan face. What? May it be that even in heavenly place, that busy archer his sharp arrows tries? Sure, if that long with love acquainted eyes can judge of love, thou feelest a lover's case. I read it in thy locks, thy languished grace. To me, that feels the like thy state descries. Then, even of fellowship, O moon, tell me, is constant love deemed there but want of wit? Are purities there as proud as here they be? Do they above love to be loved, and yet those lovers scorn whom that love doth possess? Do they call virtue there ungratefulness? Now, let's know the rhyme scheme of the poem. The first line ends with skies, so that line is given the letter A. All lines that end in the same word or a word that rhymes with skies will have an A. The second line ends with face, so it is given the letter B. The third line ends in place, which rhymes with face, so that line gets the letter B. The fourth line ends with tries, which rhymes with skies, so it is given the A. The fifth line ends with eyes, which rhymes with skies, so it is given the letter A. The sixth line ends with case, so it is given the letter B. The seventh line ends with grace, which rhymes with case, so it is given the B. The eighth line ends with descries, which rhymes with skies, so it is given the A. The ninth line ends with me. It does not rhyme with the previous words, so it is given the letter C. The 10th line ends with wet, which does not rhyme with the former words, so it is given the letter D. The 11th line ends with B, which rhymes with me, so it is given the C. The 12th line ends with yet, which rhymes with wet, so it is given the D. The last two lines ends with possess and ungratefulness. They have the same rhyme, so they are given the letter E. So the rhyme scheme of the poem is A, B, B, A, A, B, B, A, C, D, C, D, E, E. From the rhyme scheme, we can tell that the poem is a Petrarchan or Italian sonnet, written by Philip Sidney and entitled Astrophil and Stella 30, with how sad steps, O moon, thou climbs the skies. It consists of an octave, an 8-line stanza, and assisted, a 6-line stanza. The poem expresses the speaker's loyalty to his mistress, even though she does not appreciate his feelings. We reached the end of this discussion. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.